What's one simple way to take your build from zero to hero in a matter of minutes? Let's find out. What up, guys? It's your boy JKG Brandon back with some more barbarian content for Diablo Immortal for you. This one isn't really class specific, so if you're a demon hunter or necro, whatever, this one might be a little bit more helpful for you guys, especially if you're going to be a brand new player to Diablo Immortal. I'm seeing a lot of new faces and stuff like that in the server, so if you're new to the game, this might be a way to help out really quickly. But before we actually get into it, I just want to say thank you for all the continued support on the channel. You guys are amazing. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and you guys have knocked every goal that I put up. You guys knocked them out of the park. So thanks for that. If you like what I do around here, go ahead and hit that sub button. It is nice and free for you. And hit that notification bell so you know when I upload and you don't have to go searching for the videos. That all being said, the one thing on your build that can take your build from, mid-level to over the top good is your Paragon trees. I just reworked my Paragon trees today, and you can kind of see I have Vanquisher, Treasure Hunter, Gladiator, a little bit into Soldier, and Mastermind. The order of operations for the way I went about it is I'm in a position where I am stacking life, resistance, armor penetration, and armor primarily. Because for battlegrounds, I want to have as much life because I run a mount bank set that gives me a large shield, so I can do more damage when that actually procs if I'm running a full 6-piece, or I can just have a larger shield in general by running a 4-piece. And then also, what type of content do you particularly do? If you don't do any dungeon farming, then Mastermind may not be the way that you want to go. If all you do all day long is open world farming, then Treasure Hunter may be the one that you want to use the most. So we'll kind of start from left to right and we'll go. So Vanquisher, I started right here to go ahead and get the 5 points into damage, and come down here, get an additional damage and armor penetration. And so that's where we were at there. I could come in here to get additional life, and that may be something that I do in the future as we go. Survivor, I skipped it because it's primarily going to be armor for me, and I don't necessarily want to stack as much armor at this moment. If you're having trouble and you are getting beat up a lot in battlegrounds and stuff like that, and you're not really having to worry about CC, then stacking armor may be a good choice for you. For me, I wanted to go ahead and have Treasure Hunter. I wanted to get this life and this armor penetration at the end, as well as I wanted to go ahead and hit this resistance right here so I could stack that. So you can see we got the armor come in here, we get our damage. I prioritized the armor penetration and the life before this, and got those 2 rows. And then I actually left this empty until the very end. And the reason behind that is I wanted to come in here and get cheat death, because I like to have Gladiator for our vault groups and battlegrounds groups. When we are running that, I like to have that as my active Paragon tree for those situations. So I wanted to make sure that I prioritize that. You can kind of see the priorities come in and just kind of go through the top, go ahead and get the cheat death, and then get the damage at the end. You can see we have armor that's available to us later on down the road if we want to go ahead and invest in that. Soldier, this was a complete afterthought. This one I went ahead and did after I came back and did the resistance in Treasure Hunter. I came back and did the resistance in Soldier. Soldier is inferior to Mastermind for me, mainly because for Soldier, everything that you get is based on you being very close to your teammates. Where Mastermind, I like Mastermind. I went ahead and got this armor penetration at the beginning, and then came in, got the resistance, damage, and then over to the armor at the very end. If you don't want the armor here at the very end, I do recommend getting find weakness and then say come up here and get the life if that's going to be what you want to do. But this one right here, find weakness, when you are in dungeon farming groups and you're in a party, this is going to be massive for speed running those dungeons. You get additional 5% chance to make the bosses vulnerable for 3 seconds. Basically, it gives you a damage buff just by having different classes. And that's, you don't have to have a full 4 different classes. You can go in with, like, say, a satyr, 2 demon hunters, and a barbarian. And you're going to get all those buffs that you get from the satyr and the barbarian. On top of that, you're going to get buffs from having 3 different classes. So that's kind of the route that I went there. Now, with that being said, after I got all those done, that's when I went back and came in and got this resistance here in Treasure Hunter, and then went in and started getting the resistance here in Soldier. Eventually, we're probably going to go ahead and take this life right here because it's 15 points, and then come back and get the additional life in, I believe it is, yeah, Mastermind. We'll come back and get the life here because, again, like I said, I am trying to stack my life, armor penetration, and those kind of things. You can kind of see we're getting additional 1800 damage. We're getting 240 additional armor penetration, 9,000 life, 100 on potency, 120 on armor. Again, potency and armor, of all of these stats, potency and armor are the least of my personal worries. And then resistance, I wanted to try to go ahead and add in some resistance as well. So you can kind of see the bonus attributes that we're getting there. And then if we come in here and just actually look at our stats, we're starting to push towards 8k damage, 98k on, we're pushing 98k on life. And then, 800 800 on armor, pushing 1,000 on armor penetration, and then we're around 700 on both potency and resistance. You can see my potency is higher than my resistance naturally, so we're going to be working on resistance before we start working on potency. I don't do a ton of CC in Battlegrounds or Vault, so potency isn't the one that I worry about as much, but I do get CC'd quite a lot in those situations, so I want to work on resistance a little bit more. That's just the priority that I have. This is something that can really customize the way you do the way you make your build and your loadout. How you play, your play style really factors into how you're going to want to tweak your Paragon tree to work for you. The big thing to remember is you want your Paragon tree to complement what you do with your class. And then from there, it's just, what do I want to stack and how do I get to those points? That's kind of the little get down here on how I went about doing this. Once again, as a reminder, guys, trying to get 1,000 subs by the end of the year. If you guys could hit that sub button, it is free. Hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss when I do upload. And then, as always, if you like the video, go ahead and drop a like. It's free for us and it helps channel engagement and everything like that. So with all that being said, I'm JKG Brandon. Y'all been amazing. Peace.